So we're back on the clay in Madrid, but there's no Carlos Alcaraz as he withdraws due to injury. And Jannik Sinner, the big hot favourite, can he win 5 Masters in a row and be the first man to do it?
That's right, Ben. A lot to discuss today, and Madrid is in motion. I don't think we've done a podcast really since Monte Carlo. There's been lots of different things going on. You was on holiday. I was away for a stag do the week before. So it's been really difficult to get behind the computer and film these. As much as we've had loads of conversations, this is our first one on air for some time. And I think the place I want to start is really congratulations to Jannik Sinner. He is delivering right now. Carlos Alcaraz has been great. But the big talking point is his injury. And I think in a time like this, with Jannik Sinner regaining himself as world number one, in a time with Carlos Alcaraz having issues with his injuries, is he going to be playing Roland Garros? We know he's just withdrawn from Madrid, wasn't able to play Barcelona, only played a match, then withdrew. This is a great opportunity for Jannik Sinner to do something nobody has ever done in the history of tennis. And we're talking about your Djokovic's, your Federer's, your Nadal's. They don't do that. You don't win 5 Masters back-to-back in a row. And Jannik Sinner, right now, I think, has a really good shot of doing it.
He has to be the favourite for sure coming into this Madrid Masters. Alcaraz, this is just devastating, really, considering he's just lost the number 1 spot. And now you see there on the wrist, on the right hand, everyone was shocked. There was a lot of people coming out saying this doesn't look good. And unfortunately for Carlos Alcaraz, he's missed Barcelona. This is terrible, obviously, in Spain. Missing Madrid in Spain. These are all big tournaments for him from a personal standpoint, not just because they're big tournaments. Rome, it's up in the air. We don't really know. It's a maybe he will miss Rome. And Roland Garros, possible, but we're going to have to wait and see. I was going to say something else that you'll probably notice since we've been gone as well. You may realise I'm talking slightly differently to normal. And that's because I also have an Invisalign in. So if this annoys anybody, please tell me in the comments and then I'll take it out for future podcasts.
I think it's only you. It's in your head. Like, you don't see it. Even in person, it's you don't notice it. Maybe there's a slight difference in your voice, but I mean, your voice wasn't great before. So I think, if anything, Pete, it's not really recognizable. It's not like my voice. It's a very beautiful. We have a lot of people in the comments referring to me as an angel, and they say I've got an angelic voice. You never had that, you see. So for you, I don't think it's going to change so much.
Added a bit of something to him. Maybe I've become a bit more Spanish now, and I can have the Carlos Alcaraz.
Can you roll your R's?
No, I can maybe have the little the lisp bit that they have in Spain, though. Maybe I'll have that bit instead.
Yeah, fair enough.
Anyway, back to the tennis.
Yeah, with the tennis, I mean, like you say, you've had that going on with your teeth. We've had different holidays at different times. We've been watching all the tennis. We've just not been able to really get behind a computer and do an episode. It should be a little bit steadier now because the next trip I'm going to be going on, I'm going to have my mics. I'll have the laptop. It'll be a bit more settled, and it won't be constant drinking from day till dawn, not knowing where I am. I am growing up, I promise.
Nice.
With regards to back to the tennis, there's something I've just sent you, which is I think is really interesting, and it covers all of the clay court action because it is a look at the top 10 players for shot quality on the clay courts this year. No surprise, number 1 and number 2 is Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz, but Jannik Sinner with a return shot quality of 8.29 for me just highlights why he is number 1 in the world. Nobody can return like he can. How well has Djokovic done? He's made a career of being the best returner in the world.
Yes.
I think right now Jannik Sinner has taken that title. And if he can reciprocate some of this stuff which Novak Djokovic has done with his return game, of course you're going to be super formidable. I think the return is arguably the most important attribute or characteristic, whatever way you want to look at it, to have. If you're a really good returner, you will win plenty of tennis matches. When you look at the tour average of 6.43, 8.29 is ridiculous. Alcaraz in second. You've got Cerundolo, Caboli, your guy in the top 10. We'll speak about him in a second because I know you're really pleased with how he's playing. Arthur Fees, another one we should speak about. He's looking good. But yeah, what did you make of this list?
Yeah, it's super interesting to see how far ahead Sinner is rather than just the number itself. Clear differential between him and Alcaraz at the top. And I couldn't agree with you more. Not just returning, but serving, so important if you are to be one of the top players. And he has both of them. His serve is so devastating.
Well, have a look at the other one because that's serve, and Jannik Sinner doesn't feature.
Yeah, crazy.
So serve shot quality. Ben Shelton is number 1, 9.3.
Yep.
Not surprised. But as much as you say it's important, based off just looking at players winning titles, it's clear to see that the return game.
This is on clay, though.
Return game will always be more important than your service game, particularly on clay. Yeah. You're right. On clay, that gets skewed a little bit more. But the return game on clay is always going to be the most important thing.
That was the one thing that really impressed me with Shelton's win this past week. I was so impressed that he actually managed to translate that serve onto a clay court because it's something that we haven't really seen from him before. This is his biggest clay court title. It's the biggest one, I think, since 2002 from an American player. So that just goes to show the Americans never really been that amazing on these clay courts. And he's the one who's now bringing it. And the serve is the big thing that he has. And such big kickers, huge top spin he was pulling out against Caboli in that final as well. And looks very comfortable. Like, remember before, well, I think it was, I'm traveling to Europe for the first time, and he was playing on a clay court in Europe for the first time. That wasn't long ago.
No.
Now he's winning titles in Europe on the clay. So massive strides. He's close to the top 5 now, Ben Shelton, knocking on the door. Could he be in there come the end of the year? I think he's definitely got a shot.
Well, you say he's knocking on the door. He is in the top 5 right now. In the live rankings.
In the lives. Okay.
In the live ranking, Ben Shelton is 5th in the world. Felix just drops out because he's losing a few more points in Madrid. But
wow,
Shelton's hardly defending anything.
No, exactly.
What's it, 40 points or so? So you'd expect him to have a little bit of a run in Madrid. Madrid suiting the players with a bit bigger serve on all of the clay courts as well. Yep. So Ben Shelton, for me, can push closer to Novak Djokovic in number 4 and cement himself in number 5 after this event. I'll be surprised if he doesn't. Jannik Sinner out there in the top with no Alcaraz here. Is he going to go on and win 5 Masters in a row?
I mean, he's the hot favourite, that's for sure. I don't think that you could look at this event and not make him favourite. That goes for pretty much every surface. And if Alcaraz isn't there, he's naturally the favourite instantly for me. There's no Djokovic.
But is there a discussion to be had then right now in tennis that there's not so much competition? Or do you think there's plenty of competition, but Alcaraz and Sinner are just so far superior to everyone else? Because in other generations, I think the reason why we wasn't able to see this happen is because there's always been more than just that big 3. So when you've got the big 3, and then you've got your Stans, your Andy Murrays, and so forth. Plenty of other players. I can't name them all. Del Potro potentially. And these guys would pick up big wins against the big 3 and unsettle them here and there. Plus, of course, there was a big 3. Whereas now it feels like there's a big 2, which allows you to dominate a little bit more. But I think tennis is in a really healthy place. So that's why I'm interested to hear what you've got to say. I will let you answer. I know I asked you a question. It's the sense that I see it in a really good place. I think the players are really good right now. The best it's ever been. That's the way tennis. That's the way sport goes in across all sports. As the years go on, the levels increase, performances increase. I just think from in my view, that Alcaraz and Sinner are just so much better than everyone. That's why we're seeing these. We're seeing Jannik Sinner potentially go on and win 5 Masters in a row.
Yeah, their levels above, but I think what we're seeing is that is now producing better tennis from everybody else because they know they've got to catch up, and the level it's moving.
But are they catching up?
I think they are. I think that the level of the young players.
What have you seen to suggest that they're catching up when the gap at the top's getting bigger? Jannik Sinner's doing something nobody's ever done in tennis before. So what are you putting? Tell me something tangible. What you can see where they're catching up.
Right. So while they're still winning everything at the top, they've only really got each other to sharpen the tools, and the level of increase for the top two, I think, is slight, but it is still increasing. Whereas the others have a lot to learn, and they are learning faster. And so I think that the gap will be closing gradually, and we might start to see Sinner and Alcaraz lose a few more matches. But it's going to be against these new young players, like the players who just won events this past week. Ben Shelton, Arthur Fees, maybe even Caboli eventually. They're all young players getting to finals and stuff at the moment. And I think that's the main positive thing that I've taken away from this year so far is we're seeing some great players come through, but they're fairly young. And that's the best thing about it. We're not seeing, Rublev won an event, or, look, we've got Djokovic won another event. No, we're seeing the young players winning events. And that's what we want because they're the ones who are really going to challenge. Alcaraz is 22. Sinner's 24. They're going to be around for a while. And we need the players who are going to challenge to be the young players. I mean, Caboli's 23, so he's in and around the same age. Musetti, 24. He could potentially challenge when he comes back to his full fitness again. What do you say? Fees, is he about 20? Yeah, 21. Brilliant player.
I think Fees is probably one of the best you've mentioned.
So learn a
Fees right now.
Put it up here for you.
Do you think Fees can make the top 10 this year?
Definitely got a shout. The way he's come back from injury and just playing this level of tennis, I'm really, really impressed.
He almost did top 10 before, by the way. Before the injury. I think he got, 14, it says there.
Look at that list.
Yeah, true.
Under 22. Let's change it to under 23 then, just so you can include Alcaraz in there. You got Lerner Tien at 18 in the world. He's no one talks about him, and he's still right up there. He's the top one nearly out of all of these others as a young player. 20 years old he is. We got Fees, Mensik, Fonseca. Holger Rune, when he comes back, might be a force. You don't know. Rafael Hodar, this is one you keep talking about. He could be dangerous, only 19.
Well, we messed up. I messed up. I should have picked Hodar over Landaluce. That's one I got wrong. I mean, Hodar, I think, beat Landaluce in the next-gen finals as well, just to rub salt into the wounds. And what a player he is. We've been used to a Roland Garros all the years, and it's Rafael Nadal. Now we're going to have Rafael Hodar.
Hodar, yeah.
Because he, I think, is an outside chance to beat someone big at Roland Garros. He can't win Roland Garros, but he can beat someone big, definitely. And he's a dangerous player to throw in the mix, just like a Cerundolo is, just like an Arthur Fees. Arthur Fees, for me, is a little bit further along in his development. But what I've seen from Hodar already, he's not even 20 years old. This guy is going to be an excellent clay court player and one who is nobody's going to want to play. You simply do not want to draw him at Roland Garros. A fearless 19-year-old with a first name Rafael at Roland Garros never is a good combination.
Most definitely not. I'm just moving the goalposts a little bit, just so we can see everyone under the age of 25 in the live rankings.
Trying to get Sinner in there, are you?
Yeah, just to get him so we can see the differential between everybody. So under 25, you've got 3 in the top 10. You've got another 5 in the top 20. Darderi, another one who's been coming to the forefront a little bit as well, playing well. Arthur Fees will easily, for me, crack the top 20, if not the top 10, very, very soon. João Fonseca, very much not proven on all levels, but the level in there is so high. I can't wait to see what he produces. Might not be this year his big year. Next year might be the big bang for João Fonseca. But you never know. It could just be one explosion moment at a Grand Slam for him, and he makes a semi or something like that, and then off to the races. But I know we've been talking about all of these players. One player that sadly has dropped outside the top 40 now is Jack Draper. And what a disastrous year he's been having. Another injury, knee this time is the cause of the injury. And you got to feel terrible for him after such a good year last year. Yeah, he's just a shadow now of his former self. Looked great at Indian Wells for as long as it lasted. And now, yeah, he's sliding down the rankings due to the points he's having to defend.
Yeah, nothing he can do. He's withdrawn from Rome. It's due to an aggravated tendon in his right knee. He's only played 4 tournaments this year. And he said it's frustrating for sure, but I'm thankful it isn't anything more serious. Recovery is going well, and I feel good about my chances of being fit for Roland Garros. So that's encouraging.
That's good.
And I'm looking forward to building momentum from there. But there's nothing you can do. It's just been a very unfortunate year for Jack Draper. I'm just grateful I didn't have him inside my top 10 like you did.
Yeah, well, everything can turn around. And as we know, we had Musetti in. I had Draper in. Musetti slid out of the top 10, it should be noted. So he's at number 11 now. But the back end of the year, it can all be made up again. So I'm not too concerned yet. If he starts missing Roland Garros and the big pointed events, or if Wimbledon's off the table, then I think even more problems. He's not defending any points really at Wimbledon, remember. He lost to, Marin Cilic last year very early on. So we need Draper for Wimbledon, and we need Alcaraz back as soon as possible, and we want all of these other young players firing, because if we get all of these players in the back end of slams, we're in for a treat. We don't really want... I'd love to see Djokovic getting through, obviously, but it's not the future of tennis anymore. It's just really just... He's there just to try and nick another slam or something, isn't he? But yeah, I'd love to see one of these doing well. We haven't mentioned Lehechka as well. I mean, it's obviously another top player. He's been to a final recently as well. Let's get to the actual draw of Madrid, though. I think we need to speak about that. That's what we're sort of here to talk about. And Jannik Sinner, number 1 seed. Number 2 seed, Sasha Zverev, I believe. Yep. Number 3 seed is Felix. Number 4 seed, Ben Shelton. So,
yeah, I mean, the 2 hot players there have got to be obviously Sinner and Shelton. I mean, do you think Shelton's got more of a chance than Zverev? I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's all going to be quite tight between them 3. Sorry. I think it's very tight between Shelton and Zverev. But with Jannik Sinner, I mean, if Jannik Sinner turns up, he steamrollers all of these guys. I don't think it's tight with Jannik Sinner. I think Jannik Sinner is just in his own bit with him and Alcaraz. It's difficult to see where the loss is coming from. He had a little blip at the start of the year. He lost to Djokovic at the Australian Open. It's not exactly...
anyone could say that.
It's not exactly a massive blip. It can happen. Djokovic played out of his skin, by the way, in that match. I still can't believe that happened in 2026. You need to pinch yourself to remember that actually happened this year. It's like what happened at the Olympics with him beating Rafael Nadal and then Alcaraz. Didn't think that was going to happen either. But Novak Djokovic can do crazy things. So let's just put that to the world of Novak. The next one, losing to Mensik, surprised me. And I think he was a bit of maybe lacking a bit of confidence after what happened to him with Djokovic. It impacted him. Didn't play a very good game at all. But he's recovered so well. I mean, he's not lost since then, bearing in mind. And beating Alcaraz. Is Alcaraz and him only played the one time now this year?
I believe it is just the one time.
Because we've been waiting for the match. Then they played it at Monte Carlo. And it did deliver. It was a really good match. I loved the fact that Jannik Sinner was pulling out the Alcaraz shots. He was going for the fake drop shots and then sort of doing the top long, deep inside the court. Alcaraz was second guessing, playing really big in big moments. And I had it on in the bar because I was out in Lisbon at the time and it was on. And I was watching it with a few friends who don't watch tennis really, but they know who Alcaraz and Sinner are, of course.
Yep.
And they were mesmerized about the level of they were like, these guys are so good. And they kept
Yeah.
asking, is this what it was like with Djokovic before and Federer? And it does feel like a little bit different. It just feels like it's a bit faster, everything. But maybe it's not, and it's just because that's what we're used to right now. Of course, I'm not taking anything away from the greats of the game, but watching them two play, it does feel like the fastest version of any tennis I've seen.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And Jannik Sinner coming into this tournament as well, playing some of the best tennis he's ever played, I think, of his whole career right now. Obviously, when he lost to Jakub Mensik in Qatar, that was sort of like a close to the loss against Djokovic. And then since then, he won the Sunshine Double without dropping a set. He only dropped one set at Monte Carlo. So in 3 Masters, he only dropped one set. So he's on a pretty crazy run of wins right now. And now he's going into Madrid. It should be noted in Madrid, his best finish has been a quarterfinal. He's been second round, third round exits. Quarterfinal has been absent for 2 of them as well. But I don't think it means anything. I think that this version of Jannik Sinner right now, he's playing in such a way that it's going to take something really, really incredible to be able to stop, like a serving performance where he's unable to guess where the ball's going at all, for him not to get it back in the court. And that's the only way I see anybody beating him here. Obviously, we got some big servers in with Zverev. We've got the likes of Shelton in as well, so it could favour them. But yeah, he's got to be the hot favourite because he's a good server in his own right.
Yeah, I'm just having a look really here with the Alcaraz Sinner stuff. I know you're talking about Sinner just on its own and it's just chances with everyone else, but really for like sheer speed, creativity, and explosive highlights, Alcaraz and Sinner is that full package. It really is.
Yeah.
And Sinner here, I think with the way he's returning, I don't know if I'm not worried about like I think he can handle the big serves too quite comfortably. The match which would be great to see would be a Fonseca Sinner.
Yeah.
Because they're going for a similar style against each other, and Fonseca's going to go out there and try and outplay Jannik Sinner, which no one can do. And I think he probably won't be able to do it. But it's
quite
fascinating.
well recently.
He did well last
him.
time, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad match. And in this quarter that he's got here, his seed, he's got Andre Rublev in it. This is somebody who won it back in 2024, just been to a final as well. So Rublev coming back to a bit of form. Norrie, Diallo, Fonseca is in the quarter, so we could get a potential quarterfinal. We've got Tommy Paul. We've also got Alex de Minaur in there as well, but this does favour the power players a bit more. Other non-seeded players in there, Thomas Mahat, Cilic,
Hodar.
Yeah, Hodar. Zizou
for
Bergs.
example, Hodar de Minaur. So if we get that for the first match for de Minaur's second round, I'm probably going for Rafael Hodar, which is a ridiculous. That would be his biggest victory.
That'd be big. That'd be huge.
That is a good outside bet if you want to take it, because I actually do fancy his chances on the clay.
Hopefully he gets through his first match, and then we can see Mickelson, somebody else who's sort of coming to the forefront, another young player from America, good server.
He did well against Sinner as well when he played.
Yeah, there are some dangerous players in there, but I don't think they're dangerous enough to win 2 sets. That's the problem. Yeah. I think we will see Sinner drop at least a set, I think, in this tournament. I think this one's not as easy to stay clean because the surface is a bit quicker. So, but he's proved me wrong many times, and that look in his eye right now is a bit scary. Let's see who he's got in his half of the draw. His half of the draw is Ben Shelton. Interesting. So
we've got Draper here, which isn't right.
Where's that? Yeah, so he's not in the draw anymore. So there will be somebody else. This is obviously an older version of it from Tennis TV. I've got another version of it here. If we
that's all right. But look, just instantly, just looking at this, Shelton fees, same section, same quarter. only one of them can advance and get a matchup potentially with a Jannik Sinner in the semi-final. Which way would you go out of them two? Because I don't think there's much separating them at all. And I don't know. I wouldn't be able to pick personally. I think it's really tough.
It is. But considering head-to-heads, things like that, I would have to go towards someone like Sinner. That's the problem with it.
No, not head to. I'm talking about Fees and Shelton.
Oh, simply. I thought you said Sinner and Shelton.
No. If you can choose out of this quarter to advance, out of a Fees or Shelton, there's nothing separating them at all, in my opinion. It's really difficult to pick. Which way would you go?
I would go Shelton right now.
Okay. Yeah, I can't. I find it tough.
On this surface, I would pick Ben Shelton just because it is faster, and I think he does have a better serve, and it does benefit him.
I think it's pretty 50-50, but I would probably just edge Fees if I had to. So that's interesting that you go the other way.
Are we gonna get that match? I hope so. Vachereau's in there as well. Don't forget.
Yeah, Vachereau's serious.
Vachereau and Massetti in there as well.
This is a tough half, actually.
Lehechka
would have been a great draw for Alcaraz.
Yeah,
because you'd have been on the other bit.
Look at this one. This is a great first round match. Collignon versus Berrettini.
Yeah, we met Collignon, didn't we, in Italy?
Did we?
Yeah. Well, we didn't actually. No, when I say meet, we watched him. And we saw him behind the scenes.
Yeah,
and he was walking past us. I don't know if we actually met him and introduced ourselves.
No, I don't think there was.
Met's
no
a very loose word.
He didn't know that we met him.
We brushed shoulders with Collignon in Italy.
Yeah. He was there with Zizou Bergs playing for Belgium. Yeah, Berg's another player that I really do like the look of these days.
He's out.
But
Cilic has knocked him out already.
I do like him.
First round for Cilic will be Cilic versus Fonseca, I believe.
Oh, now you're talking. That is a good match. Looking forward to that. As Offner won his match, I saw he was playing.
Offner is winning his match right now, so hopefully he can get through.
Go on, Seb. Like that. Let's move to the bottom half of the draw. Have a look at who else is in this. We got Zverev. He's got Kaboli. Come on, someone who's just beaten Zverev recently. Got to speak about Kaboli briefly as well. Yeah. Just because I know that it was a bit of an emotional tournament for him. Playing in Munich, playing against Zverev, and then having the devastating news that he had. I think it was before the semi-final as well that he played against Zverev. He received like one of his best friends, apparently. He was a 13-year-old boy from Italy, passed away just before he was playing that match, which was just heartbreaking to see how he broke down on court afterwards. Yeah. So sad. I mean, obviously he didn't win the tournament, but that match, I mean, he played his heart out and beat Zverev in incredible Zverev as well. It wasn't like just an average Zverev. This is Zverev at home in Germany. Always does well there. And he beat him in straight sets. So Kaboli, someone who has that heart inside. We saw it at the Davis Cup, how much he really, really can dig in when he really wants to. And that's why I put him in the top 10 come the end of the year, because you can't really teach that on a tennis court. It just has to be inside you.
Yeah, he's got massive resolve, the kid. I do like him. I think it's a good pick for top 10. I think maybe the skill level is not always there as a top 10 player, but we see glimpses of it, like as we saw against Zverev. But then what happens after that? Who did he lose to after Zverev?
Shelton in the final. Shelton was a bit unplayable. He just couldn't handle
you can't say anything there at all. The thing is, it's not so much that match, it's the other ones where he did well in the match in Monte Carlo, losing to Block X straight sets.
I now know I've been corrected. It's Blocks. It's how we say his name. Yeah, I know. After I said that in one of the other videos, the comment, someone laughing at me. Now I had to go and find out how to say
Blocks.
his name. Yeah. There you go. So yeah, it is just Blocks. It does. Well, we don't see that type of spelling in the UK, so excuse our ignorance for saying Block X. We've said that probably for a few years as well.
I quite like it though.
I quite like it, but yeah, it is blocks. Another good player, great young player who's coming through. He's one of the
Caboli should be beating him.
Yeah, should be. But these young players, they can still lose here and there. I still think he's not on the same trajectory as your Alcarazes or Sinners. He's in the next pack below, trying to still work it out.
Okay, the next quarter.
Just to quickly look at who else is in this one. Landaluce. I thought you
right,
might want to
gone up. Yeah, sorry, I didn't realise you didn't go up. So you got Landaluce, you got Medvedev here, Marozsan, Chapo just needs to pack it in. Umber on the clay, don't fancy him at all.
Mensik.
Dimitrov, I feel like he's coming to his last few years. Dimitrov's going to have one really big result this year.
Always.
And what I mean by result, one really big tournament. He's going to just do amazingly well.
Madrid?
Is it going to be this one?
Oh.
Who knows? With Grigor Dimitrov, you never know when it's coming, but it will come.
Yeah, it is very, very true. Yeah, let's wait and see on that one. Monfils, he's playing. All of these will be Monfils' last ever tournament. So he gets a big send-off from the crowd every time he finishes. So it'd be great to see him. There's Lerner TN in this section as well. In Medvedev's section, of course, where else would he be put in the draw other than with Daniel Medvedev? Marozsan had big results here before, remember? So maybe somebody to look out for. Not an easy tournament for Medvedev. Don't expect to see him really going too far in this one. But
we want to see Medvedev TN.
Yeah.
I think probably happen.
I think TN will beat him if it's on this surface.
Again, yeah.
Yeah, sadly for him.
I think if Medvedev sees TN, he's gonna just go crazy before it even starts.
I don't think he likes it, does he?
No, he's not gonna like seeing TN. But we want to see it as tennis fans.
Right. And the other half of that bottom half, so this is the final quarter, Felix's quarter. He's got Casper Ruud, who is last year's champion in here. He's on the other side. Oh, did a bit of a zoom there. We got Blocks in there. There he is. And we've also got Nakashima, Darderi. So both the Cerundalos. We could have a Cerundalo head-to-head if both of them manage to get through. It's going to be tough. But I think Francisco should be able to get past Giron or Hanfmann. And then if his brother gets past Darderi, we've got the Cerundalos up against each other. Would that be a first time in a tournament? Especially in the Masters, I'm sure.
Yeah, a big stage, but I'm sure they've played definitely challenges against each other.
Yeah, for sure.
This section, though, a little bit weaker, is it, would you say?
A little bit,
probably the weakest quarter on paper.
Yeah, we've got Bublik in there as well. I think there's you've got Mutet in there. Tsitsipas, someone who's been to the final before, 2019.
Done. Finished.
Oh, that's sad. Darderi, one to look out for sure. Really good player. Fokina, you normally like to give him a shout out. He's in Spain.
Yeah, like him, but yeah, it's all good and well. I mean, we're not going to go round by round, so there's no point looking at it all. I think it's more who can beat Jannik Sinner. And I would like to say right now it's going to be tough, but I'm probably, out of everyone we've spoken about, I don't see it being as Zverev as much as on paper it should be. I think you're looking at someone like an Arthur Fees. I want to see an Arthur Fees inspired, in form. Him or Shelton, there's nothing separating them really, against the Jannik Sinner. I think that is the matchup I'm fascinated about here. But let me know if you guys agree. I'm sure you can have someone else and bring a different name up. But that's where I see it right now. As the top players in the world is on these clay courts is your not Caboli's, is your Shelton. Caboli's good.
If we don't
Shelton or your Fees,
that Shelton quarter, if we don't get Shelton, Fees or Musetti winning that quarter, I think I'll be disappointed, to be honest.
I think Vachereau can beat all of these players I've mentioned apart from Sinner.
That's the problem, isn't it?
There's a few players like that who are just banana skins, like your Cerundalos, your Vachereaus, and
anyone else who ends in an O?
Fonseca.
Oh.
They're banana skins who just can beat anyone else.
The Vachereaus, Cerundalos, Vachereaus, and Manarinos. No,
I think Manarino's out, unfortunately. He's just lost today.
Yeah, well, another good player just knocked him out then, Busa. from Peru.
Yeah.
We've been seeing him live as well. Really good.
I met him.
Really good man. Yeah. So a ball went in the crowd. You're like, here you go.
No, I did pat him on the back, actually.
What?
You wasn't there that day. You was unwell, I think. And I was patting,
God, don't.
I went to see Booster and I patted him on the back afterwards. I said, good game.
Security. Got him out of there. Right, let's wrap it up. If you haven't done so yet, give us a like, subscribe. We'll bring some more content throughout Madrid. We will do some stuff for the women's as well. We'll wait for probably a couple of matches to be played first, and then we'll give our take on that.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. See you soon.